basically, right now.
But, Cullen, I don't expect a 21-point margin of victory for either one of these squads today. I'm expecting an all-out war between two of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, I wouldn't see a blowout either, and that doesn't mean that won't happen. But both very evenly matched teams, and both have we've got the 4 and 5 star prospects out here on the floor today, and they've got them to match each other. So we should see a great matchup. I've been looking forward to this matchup. As soon as we saw the matchup, as far as the two winners last night, this is very, very intriguing. Oh, wow.
And our projected starters.
I just said, oh, wow, because Kwani just does a between the legs oop to himself just a second ago in the throw-up line.
So projected starters for Prolific Prep. They only have 2 on the bench tonight. They'll probably start number 4, Pierre Cockrell. Number 13, Kwani. Number 15, Alamami Karoma. 25, Namari Burnett. And 33, Coleman Hawkins. For Bella Vista, expect Zion Harmon. I'm not sure what number he's wearing tonight.
Pretty sure
Either
0 tonight.
0, we'll go with that. Number 3, Iman Sertovich. Number 10, Addison Patterson. 33, Ricky Sanza. And 35, Scary Terry Armstrong. And Cullen, as I look over the numbers from the last time these two teams played, one thing for sure I don't believe will happen. I don't think Namari Burnett will be held to 15 points tonight. I just get a feeling Namari is going to be putting the ball in the hole often for Prolific Prep.
I think if Prolific wants to win, I think they do need a big game out of Burnett. I think that's just kind of, that's his role for this team is to put up the points. And you need a good, solid game out of him in order to stick with Bella Vista.
Bella Vista, on the other hand, had Terry Armstrong with 21 and Zion Harmon with 21 to lead the way. And that certainly would not surprise me if those two combine for 40-plus points tonight.
Well, I love the matchup of Cockrell and Zion Harmon.
Yes.
I love that because Cockrell is a very crafty, he's just a crafty player on both ends of the floor. And so he will accept that matchup, and it ought to be fun to watch those two go at it.
So we will turn you over to Public Announce for the official starting lineups. So that roar you heard in the background is the Namari Burnett fan club. There's about 30 people all wearing Namari Burnett jerseys, T-shirts rather. They posed together for a picture about 5 minutes before the game. So Namari had a huge contingency drive down from Chicago, I believe it is. Yes, from Chicago to support him today. Home team on the scoreboard, Prolific Prep. And we'll call that champagne silver, trimmed in black and gray. In midnight blue, trimmed in white, the visitors from Bella Vista Prep. Bella Vista wins the opening tip. And Namari Burnett opens up the game. Well, no. Well, it looks like they've got to switch. It looked like Namari opens up on Zion Harmon. Zion, step back three over Coleman. Hawkins is good. Excuse me, make that a 2. That's a 2 by Zion Harmon.
And Harmon just got that high release. That's why he's able to shoot over bigger defenders.
Cockrell blows by Zion Harmon. He gets it to 20-20, and it's good.
It's a beautiful pass. It was almost like a football pass, like a receiver on a route, and he just met it in midair. What a read by Cockrell.
Addison Patterson, top of the key, 3 ball, no good. Kwani with the rebound for Prolific. Off and running, Namari Burnett, no good. Alamami Karoma, offensive rebound and stick back.
That's why you always follow there, and great job by Karoma of following up his teammate and cleaning up.
Coach Billy McKnight has been acutely aware that his team was dominated at the Crush in the Valley in Napa, California. That's virtually a home game for Prolific, and they came out flat and lost big to Bella Vista. He does not wish to see a reprise of that tonight. Coleman Hawkins powers his way into the lane, and it's good.
What a shot. Hawkins just takes advantage of his size matchup there. He's got the size advantage over Sertovich. Just shoots over the top.
6-2, the Crew on top in the early going. Zion Harmon being guarded man-to-man by Namari Burnett. He was trying to connect with Patterson. Patterson dove when I think Zion expected him to kind of drift out.
Yeah, he wanted him to fade to the corner there for a 3, really.
Kwani fouled on the drive. Foul committed by Addison Patterson. That is his first. And the first on Bella Vista, the first foul of the game.
Namari Burnett.
Namari Burnett
knocks down a 3, and he starts right where he left off last night as well.
9-2, Prolific.
He's one of the better shooters in the country.
If not the best shooter in the country. And the best in-game dunker in the country.
Yeah, I would definitely
no
agree
question
with that.
is Terry Armstrong. Burnett, no good. Zion Harmon picks the rebound. In transition, picked up by Pierre Cockrell. Into the lane. Dribbles around Kwani now picks him up on the wing. Armstrong guarded by Burnett. Spins into the lane. He kicks it to Addison Patterson on the left wing for 3. No good. Kwani with the rebound for Prolific. Cockrell is the only member of the Crew not to score yet. Burnett, free throw line jumper is good.
Yeah, that's a layup for him right there. Way to step into it.
11-4, Prolific on top. They will pick up at half court.
You gotta love those guys that are comfortable in that mid-range game as well. And Burnett, his shot's so pure that he's comfortable anywhere on the floor.
Namari Burnett is my choice as best shooter in the country. If someone's better, you got to show them to me. And he creates a steal. Kwani tries to outlet it to Cockrell, stolen by Zion Harmon. Harmon with numbers. Blocked by Kwani, but we've got contact.
Zion's so tough off the dribble, and that's why you see a lot of Bella Vista's offense is just giving Zion Harmon screens at the top of the key, because he's got so many options in his game that he can deal with after that.
First free throw is good. (11-5), Prolific Prep on top. Still 11-5. Harmon doesn't miss many free throws. 2020 with the rebound. That is 2020's third rebound of the game already. Burnett to Quani. Quani behind the back, spins over Addison Patterson, no good. Ricky Sanza with the rebound. Terry Armstrong in transition. Armstrong into the lane. Free throw line jumper is good.
Nice. Very, very difficult shot. Great contested shot by Burnett, but just better offense.
Turnover. Quani. Zion Harmon to Iman Sertovic. He thought about the three. Coleman Hawkins closed out quickly. Terry Armstrong. The ball poked away by Namari Burnett into the Namari Burnett fan club.
And that's a great matchup right there, Burnett
Yes.
and Armstrong. I love to see
Frankly, however, I think advantage Armstrong with his reach and his explosion.
That's why I like to see what type of defense that Burnett plays, but now they're in his zone right now.
Yeah, they're in a 2-3 now. Three-pointer on the way. Armstrong, no good. Rebound to Namari Burnett. Ahead to Coleman Hawkins. Corner three, no good. Armstrong clears the rebound. Armstrong to Ricky Sanza, blocked by Coleman Hawkins. Hawkins called for the foul. He can't believe it. That's the first foul on Hawkins. Second team foul on Prolific. And Ricky Sanza will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. First is good. And second one is short. Pierre Cockrell with the rebound. 11-8, Prolific. And Pierre Cockrell lost his footing. I don't know if there's a slick spot over there. But he just lost his footing, loses the ball out of bounds, and it will belong to Bella Vista. Very uncharacteristic turnover by Cockrell, one of the most efficient players on the grind session. Patterson splits the 2-3, kicks it to Zion Harmon. Trey ball is good.
Zion's really been feeling it this weekend. I mean, his shot's really on the mark right now.
11-11, that's our first tie since 0-0. Cockrell for three, it's short. Hawkins throws it right to Ricky Sanza. And here comes Harmon to Sertovic. Step back three on the way, it's good.
Nice. And Sertovic does a good job there. A lot of times you see that with shooters. He's a right-handed shooter, but he's very comfortable moving to his left and getting that shot off.
30-second timeout called by Prolific Prep with 10:25 left to go in the first half. And so we saw it earlier, Cullen. OSL absorbed the body blow from Spire, made a run. Of course, Spire had many, many more runs left in them.
Right.
But now this time, Bella Vista absorbs the 11-3 early blow by Prolific and scores the next 11 points. And they are in the lead, 14-11.
And yeah, you know, you really got to get out on their shooters. Zion can shoot from anywhere on the floor. And so, of course, that makes that closeout game just that much harder because there's no distance that they can't shoot it from. You know, of course, he's not going to shoot from half court, but, you know, he'll shoot from the C here in Marshall County at midcourt that stretches to about 3 or 4 feet behind the line.
I've seen him shoot it from the jump circle before.
Yeah.
And Prolific has to be mindful. They only have 2 reserves. One of them, Malik Tidwell, into the contest now. They've got to husband their energy, not only just to get it through this game, but if they do win today and they don't have anything left in the tank, well, that really sort of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's tough for the seven-man rotation. I mean, it's tough to keep guys fresh.
Yep. And
Scoreboard's out.
scoreboard is down. So everyone's going to go to the bench, and we're going to take an official timeout. We'll take a timeout here on the broadcast as well. The clock is down, and it looks like they're going to have to manually recreate. But we hope you are enjoying the 2019 Grind Session World Championships live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color. A Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. and we will be back as soon as possible. Of the scoreboard. So 10:25 remaining, 14-11 is our score. Bella Vista on top of Prolific. Pierre Cockrell to Namari Burnett. He'll shoot it from the M in Marshall County, a little short. Burnett with an offensive rebound. Coleman Hawkins fakes to three. Drives baseline to Cockrell. Cockrell to Tidwell. Tidwell drives the lane. Layup is blocked by Ricky Sanza. Rebound, Terry Armstrong. Armstrong dunks it in transition.
And that's all started by great defense, great closeout there by Addison Patterson. When you've got Isanza behind you, you can close out a little harder and quicker. Nice shot.
Tray ball is good. Malik Tidwell. Tidwell made 3 threes last night, and he's picked up where he left off as just like Burnett and like Rocket Watts earlier.
That's what I was just about to say. Oh.
Zion Harmon. It did everything but go down.
Zion even turned around like Steph does, calls his own shot there, and it just rimmed out.
Maury Burnett backs Harmon down and shoots right over him.
It's a great shot. Takes advantage of his size.
This is going to be a war, folks. 16-16 right now. I have zero reason to believe this will be anything except one of the closest games of this entire event. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if this thing goes to overtime. Iman Srdovic. Another shot for Bella Vista that does everything but go down. Burnett. Floater in the lane over Isanza.
Oh.
Look at Coleman Hawkins out of nowhere with the tip.
And that was beautiful. Beautiful read off the rim.
And that was almost perfect timing there by Hawkins.
Yeah.
If he goes in a hair second quicker, it's going to be offensive goaltending.
It was basically like a reverse dunk, pretty much, just a reverse tip in.
18-16, Prolific. Floater from Harmon off the window, no good. Alamami Karoma with the rebound. Bella Vista getting the shots they want. They're just not going down right now. Cockrell spins into the lane, and I think he traveled. Did he?
Well, they're getting him coming down on his landing.
So that's travel.
His feet hit the ground before he got the pass off.
18-16, Bella Vista. Prolific on top.
Something I noticed is that Cockrell has really changed his shot from the last time I remember. Now, last time I remember is like 2 or 3 years ago when he was a freshman. But he has really changed the form of his shot on his three-point field goals.
Terry Armstrong almost loses it, picked up by Zion Harmon, guarded by Pierre Cockrell. Now they switch off, and Namari Burnett will pick him up. Zion, no good. Jimmy Bell, offensive rebound, but I believe Bell called for the push. Yes, Bell called for the push.
You know, so many times that's easy to miss as an official, so good job by the official there.
It's the first foul on Bell, second on Bella Vista. 18-16, 7:40 to go in the first half. Namari Burnett will bring it over the timeline. Picked up by Zion Harmon. Coleman Hawkins elevates for the three from the left baseline. No good. Bell with the rebound. Armstrong in transition. Floater in the lane is good.
Wow.
Scary Terry in full effect. He's got 8.
And Terry Armstrong, he's got speed to burn, man. I mean, that kid, he starts to lengthen out his strides, and he covers a lot of ground.
Armstrong decides at half court what he's going to do. And if he wants to score, you can see it in his eyes. Alamami Kroma blocked by Jerron Artest. Where did he come from?
definitely looked like it was blocked from the way that it came off the backboard like that.
And that really looked like the defensive player of the year with that play. Zion Harmon for 2. Bella Vista back in the lead, 20-18. Armstrong cheated, and he got burned. Alamami Karoma scores it for Prolific.
It's a great play by Hawkins there. The defender overran the pass.
Addison Patterson for 3. It's good. 23-20, Bella Vista. And Cullen, I hate to be that guy, but even though they're hanging close, I just don't like this pace for Prolific.
Yeah, it's definitely to Bella Vista's favorite is to run. Prolific does much better when they do get into their offensive sets.
Foul on Jimmy Bell. That's the second on Bell. And the third on Bella Vista. Shot no good. Long rebound picked up by Coleman Hawkins.
Really smart tip from Crockrell there. He knows that he couldn't come down with that, but just tip it out to his teammates. It's going to be long.
Tray ball no good. Rebound, Zion Harmon. Harmon, tray ball no good. Namari Burnett with the rebound. Stolen, Terry Armstrong. Stolen back, Kwani. I think Hawkins knocked that loose and Kwani picked it up. Kwani for 3. Rebound, Addison Patterson, the Canadian, over to Scary Terry. He gets it to Emmanuel Shimanga, and the ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by Coleman Hawkins.
So a great idea there from Armstrong to drop it off to Shimanga there. Shimanga had great position, and he was really deep.
Alamami Karoma into the game, replacing Coleman Hawkins. And Cullen, it was interesting when talking to Coach Billy McKnight earlier. They've got 6 guys who didn't travel for a variety of reasons. The one he misses the most, Ibrahima Diallo, to have another big body to throw at Shimanga, to throw at Isanza, and to throw at Jimmy Bell. Trey ball, Zion Harmon at the shot clock buzzer.
Well, Zion's really got his step back game going right now. I mean, it's really putting him into rhythm, and that's just, that's his shot.
He's got 11. The lead is 6, 26-20. Karoma off the pass from Namari Burnett. 26-22. Bella Vista leads Prolific. Shimanga go. Alamami Karoma says no. Pierre Cockrell layup is good.
That's a great run out by Crockrell. He noticed it as soon as it came off the block there, and he just sprinted down the left side of the floor. Good pass.
Emmanuel Shimanga give the assist to Addison Patterson. 28-24. Cockrell to Malik Tidwell. Tray ball on the way, no good. Rebound, Terry Armstrong. They foul on Kwani. That's his second. Third foul on Prolific. Three minutes, 44 seconds left in the first half. Bella Vista with the ball and the lead, 28-24 over Prolific Prep. Number 11, June Poole into the contest for Prolific. And Zion Harmon blew right by June Poole.
Well, but, Poole has no help there. And so, it's almost impossible if somebody can just drive down the lane with no help behind them.
And Harmon recognized that instantly.
Yep.
And he also knows, hey, this is the first guy in the game. Took full advantage. Karoma off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Malik Tidwell. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Zion Harmon.
Hey, Coleman, take
Ricky Sanza returns to the game for Bella Vista, replacing Emmanuel Shamanga. All 10 starters have scored, all 5 for both teams. That shot was blocked by Jerron Artest. Artest with 2 blocks. Zion was trying to lob it to Isanza, I believe, too tall. Amari Burnett with the dunk in transition. So we've got a timeout on the floor. Full timeout called by Prolific Prep with 2 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the first half. So we'll take a break here on the broadcast as well. We hope you are enjoying the 2019 Grind Session World Championships live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color, and we will be back in a moment. (30-26), Bella Vista with the lead and the basketball. Zion Harmon over half court, picked up by June Poole. Terry Armstrong being guarded by Coleman Hawkins. Armstrong into the lane, free throw line jumper is good.
It's a nasty move, man. Just crosses the
Nothing you can
defender
do
up.
with that. Just hope he misses.
He crossed Hawkins up there and just got him off balance and then just rose straight up.
Armstrong with 10. Amari Burnett hangs in the air, and the shot goes.
Nice
Burnett
shot.
with 11.
And you always notice on Burnett's ball, he's always got that perfect backspin. And that's what he had there, and that's why that rolls in for him.
Zion Harmon, 3, no good. June Poole wrestles down the rebound. He gets it to Malik Tidwell. Tidwell to June Poole. Poole to Alamami Karoma. Karoma, no good. Coleman Hawkins, offensive rebound. June Poole near half court. Tries to get it to Tidwell. They connect. Tidwell, baseline. Namari Burnett for 3. No good. Zion Harmon picks the long rebound. And he is fouled. A foul committed by number 11, June Poole. That is his first and the 4th on Prolific. .126 left to go in the first half. It is Bella Vista's basketball on the baseline. Addison Patterson drives on Coleman Hawkins. Back to Zion Harmon. Harmon working on June Poole.
Great defense by Poole.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Wow. Harmon from the baseline. It's good.
Wow. That was great defense too, man.
It was.
He couldn't have played it any better. And Harmon just has that ability to get shots up over guys. I mean, not that Poole's bigger than him, but it's still a tough shot.
Burnett drives and kicks it to June Poole. It's short. Rebound, Zion Harmon. And he is once again fouled by June Poole. That is the second foul on June Poole. And that is the 5th foul on Prolific.
All over him, June, right now. Go ahead and let him get it.
40 seconds left in the first half. The lead is 6, 34-28, Bella Vista. Zion Harmon into the lane. Quick hands, Coleman Hawkins creates the steal. Hawkins to Namari Burnett into the lane. Free throw line jumper. And we've got a foul. I think an offensive foul. Yes, an offensive foul on Namari Burnett. It is the first foul on Burnett. And the 6th foul of the half on Prolific. Alamami Karoma into the contest, replacing Burnett. 21.5 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock is off. The ball belongs to Bella Vista, and they lead it by 6, 34-28. Zion Harmon over the timeline, guarded by June Poole. Addison Patterson behind the back. 15-footer, no good. Coleman Hawkins with the rebound, 1 second to go. Cockrell gets it up, and no good. So the first half is in the books, and our score is Bella Vista 34, Prolific Prep 28. And Cullen, I guess that's pretty much what we could have expected in the first half.
Yeah, you know, the scoring dominated by Zion Harmon and Terry Armstrong for Bella Vista, and but Prolific Prep struggling offensively. They're struggling to find their rhythm, and Burnett's struggled here early on, and so they'll just try to be more efficient in the second half and find better looks, try to get in a better rhythm, as Meta World Peace just walks right in front of the table.
Had a great conversation with him earlier. Maybe if the situation arises, we can reprise some of that in the second half. But we're going to take a break here. We hope you are enjoying the 2019 Grind Session World Championships live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. Our halftime score in the second semifinal, Bella Vista 34, Prolific Prep 28. Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, Colin Kreider on color. We will be back in about 3 minutes. Well, excuse me, 4 minutes. Good from three. Newton with a beautiful pass to Sekou Seda Kalei. Long rebound. Ahmad Hardy in transition.
Damian Ball with the slam.
It's almost time for the second half of the final semifinal of the 2019 Grind Session World Championships. In our score, Bella Vista 34, Prolific Prep 28. And here are your first half scoring updates. First for Bella Vista, Zion Harmon leading the way with 15, followed by Terry Armstrong, 10. 3 each, Iman Sertovich, Addison Patterson, Emmanuel Shimanga with 2, and Ricky Sanza 1. Meanwhile, for Prolific Prep, Namari Burnett, 11, Alamami Karoma, 6, Coleman Hawkins, 4, Malik Tidwell, 3, and 2 each for Pierre Cockrell and Kwani Kwani. So, Cullen, you know, if I'm looking at Prolific Prep and I'm looking at the points that have been scored and I'm trying to figure out, okay, who needs to pick up his production, my first choice would be Kwani Kwani. He only had 2 points in that first half.
Yeah, and I was going to say other guys have to get involved here, and they've got to get their teammates back here. With Burnett with 11, he needs the other guys to step up, especially with such a short rotation. You're going to have to spread the points around. Not just only one guy or 2 guys can do it. When you've only got a 7-man rotation, you need everybody on deck. And so they've got to get some production. And, you know, one of the guys that I think is most capable is Hawkins. I mean, he's got the height, he's got the size, and he's got the range as well. So we'll see if he can get involved and give the guys a boost.
And Hawkins just was not very aggressive in the first half. He had that nice tip that was nearly a dunk, but I would love to have seen him take a few more attempts. He's got 4. He and Kwani Kwani have got to pick up the pace, in my opinion.
And they're both very, very capable.
Yes.
So, you know, I mean, only down 6 here. And Pierre Cockrell, he will run the show. If they can get him involved and get him to get the off, you know, he's the guy that gets the offense started and offense running. Gets everybody in the right place, sets the table. He needs to get involved as well as far as just taking over from that point guard spot.
So we're just a few seconds away from the second half. Awaiting the winner, Spire Academy. Spire earlier today with a dominant 118-78 victory over Our Savior Lutheran to punch their ticket to the dance. The winner here tonight will meet Spire tomorrow afternoon for all the marbles. All right, so Prolific will have the basketball to start the second half. Down 6, 34-28. Pierre Cockrell guarded by Zion Harmon. To Namari Burnett. Burnett dribble handoff to Cockrell. Cockrell to Coleman Hawkins. He was calling for the ball. Let's see if he takes advantage of that size mismatch. Back to Cockrell, stolen. Zion Harmon. Addison Patterson with the dunk in transition.
Great job by Patterson there to cut in front of Hawkins and cut his lane off, and it forces the foul.
Coleman Hawkins with his second foul. But, you know, really, he should have just let that one go and let Patterson have that dunk.
Yep. Once Patterson cut in front of him, that kind of sealed the deal.
Yep.
So that's when you just let it go.
So that's Hawkins' second foul, the first on Prolific. And Addison Patterson, that quickly has doubled his scoring output from the first half. He's got 6 now. He has 3 at halftime. Ricky Sanza with the rebound. 37-28. Bella Vista with their largest lead of the evening, 9 points. And it seems like a world ago when Prolific Prep jumped out to that 11-3 lead. Patterson, no good. Cockrell with the rebound. Cockrell picks his way through. He gets it to Kwani Kwani. Layup, no good. Kwani with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that was a great pass by Crockrell.
It really was.
Oh man, you hate to lose that assist if you're a point guard.
That foul on Ricky Sanza, his first, team first of the second half. And Kwani at the free throw line makes the first. 37-29, 14 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in the contest. Kwani makes both. That trims the deficit back down to 7, 37-30.
Let's go.
And the Namari Burnett fan club has created a cheer. Take that ball away. Take that ball away. Foul committed on that play by number 15, Alamami Karoma. That is Ali's first. Second on prolific in the second half. Zion Harmon, no good from the baseline. Coleman Hawkins with the rebound for prolific. Cockrell goes along the baseline, and he steps on the baseline. Basketball back to Bella Vista. 14:22 to go in the game, and leading by 7, 37-30.
Come on, get a stop. Oh, you guys can switch everything right here. Watch him. Elevator.
Zion Harmon to Monsertovic, and he took an extra step.
Amari, you take it.
So both teams starting a little sluggishly here in the second half. Lead is 7 for Bella Vista. Amari Burnett being guarded by Terry Armstrong. Kwani drives baseline, cut off by Isanza. Tries to connect with Malik Tidwell. Ball knocked out of bounds by Zion Harmon. Hawkins to Alamami Karoma, and Karoma is fouled, I think, by Isanza.
Karoma's very strong when he gets the ball down there on the block like that. And good job by him just to go straight up on Isanza.
Ricky Sanza with his second foul on Bella Vista in the second half. Alamami Karoma misses the first. Jimmy Bell into the game for Bella Vista, replacing Ricky Sanza. Karoma really needs to make this second one, and he missed it. Addison Patterson with the rebound for Bella Vista. Zion Harmon in the jump circle. He is picked up by Kwani.
You gotta watch the backside lobs in this type of zone here.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. Sertovic to Terry Armstrong. He drives baseline. Layup is good.
Great adjustment by Armstrong. You could tell he wanted to dunk with his first couple steps, but then he realized he was going to draw a lot of contact, so just decided I'm going to go up for a shot. Very
That's
smart.
Third foul on Kwani. Third on prolific in the second half. And Armstrong goes to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. And he does so. So all the scoring in the second half, 2 and 1s for Bella Vista. (40-30), the lead is 10. Kwani, tray ball, no good. Rebound, Jimmy Bell. Bella Vista looking to expand their largest lead. They're up 10 right now. Terry Armstrong being guarded by Coleman Hawkins. And he double dribbled.
I need better shots, man.
It's good defense by Hawkins.
Very good. Armstrong thought about the three, then realized he could drive and just got caught in between. Hawkins in the lane, basket good.
It's a great curl right there by Hawkins too, and just to keep going and notice that he had the angle. Go ahead and go to the rim.
21, 21, 21. Keep him there. Keep him there.
Man, you talk about great defense on ball. Tidwell.
Tidwell, Zion Harmon shoots over him. Foul on the play committed by Coleman Hawkins. That is his third, team fourth. Kwani bats down that pass from Addison Patterson. Patterson recovers. Patterson behind the back, almost stolen by Kwani. Sertovich, long three is good.
I like the shot by Sertovich, even though he was 3 foot behind the line. I didn't see what the shot clock where it was
That
at.
was more like 6 feet behind the line.
Yeah.
And the shot clock was getting low.
Okay, that's why I thought he may have went ahead and shot it. So, nice, intelligent shot there by Sertovich.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Prolific. Hawkins into the lane, and it's good. So Coleman Hawkins, the young man that you pointed out, hey, he's got to step it up. He's gotten 4 in the second half, 8 for the game now.
No three.
Sertovich, no good. Rebound, Addison Patterson, he slices in and scores. The lead is 11, 45-34, the largest of the game for Bella Vista. Hawkins wraparound pass to Alamami Karoma.
Hawkins really asserting himself here, just attacking the rim. He's got Sertovich on him, so he's taking advantage of that. Nice pass, Jimmy Bell.
Addison Patterson loses it out of bounds. And the basketball will belong to Prolific Prep.
Pass did have
10:51 to go.
had a little funky spin on it, and so I think
Yeah.
that's why it got away from Patterson.
Malik Tidwell running the point now for Prolific. Pierre Cockrell to the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next dead ball. Tidwell to Namari Burnett. Burnett being guarded by Jerron Artest. Blows by, gets picked up by Jimmy Bell. No good. Artest with the rebound. Zion Harmon all alone. Layup is good. So we got timeout on the floor, a full timeout. Prolific Prep, they've only got 2 left. So with 10:27 to go, we will take a break here on the broadcast with our score. Bella Vista 47, Prolific Prep 36. It's the Grind Session World Championships 2019, live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, Colin Kreider on color. We will be back in just a moment. Ten minutes, 27 seconds left to go in the contest. Prolific fighting to stay in it. Down 11, 47-36 with the basketball. Pierre Cockrell into the front court, picked up there by Zion Harmon. Coleman Hawkins, who has been very aggressive the last couple of minutes. Tray ball over Addison Patterson, no good. Ball hits the backboard, the top of the backboard, and will will go back to Bella Vista. Zion Harmon into the front court for Bella Vista. Jimmy Bell. Bell powers his way to the rim. He was fouled by Alamami Karoma.
And Bell is just one of those guys. There's a back screen there to get him to that spot, but he's one of those guys hard to keep off his spot because he just backs his way in. But good spin move there. Went up strong.
There's 2 fouls on Karoma, 5 on Prolific here in the second half. Jimmy Bell to the free throw line. He missed the first. Jimmy Bell just committed to St. Louis. He'll be a Billiken next year in the Atlantic 10 Conference. And Cullen, the Atlantic 10, in my opinion, is the most underrated conference in the country. They play some very good basketball in the A10.
Tough mid-major conference.
Bell makes the second. (48-36). The lead is 12, largest of the game for Bella Vista. And Artest called for the foul on the three-point shot. Namari Burnett will have 3 free throws. First foul on Artest, the third on Bella Vista in the second half. So Namari Burnett to the free throw line. Scoreless so far in the second half. He has changed that now. He's got 12. Burnett makes the first 2. And Burnett, 3 for 3 from the free throw line that trip.
Come on, D.
He trims the lead to 9. 48-39. Scoreboard is incorrect.
Get out.
Addison Patterson into the lane. Blocked by Coleman Hawkins. Picked up by Jerron Artest. 3 ball on the way from Artest is good. Jerron Artest with a heads-up pickup of that loose ball. And he hits the 3. Namari Burnett, no good. Pierre Cockrell fights his way in and gets the offensive rebound. Malik Tidwell, no good. Alamami Karoma and Jimmy Bell battling. Addison Patterson comes up with it. Lob from Artest to Addison Patterson.
Just like in our first game, especially with just 7 guys, but Prolific doesn't want to get in a running match here with Bella Vista because this is what it turns into for him.
So we've got a 30-second timeout called by Billy McKnight of Prolific Prep. They've only got 1 timeout left with 9 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the contest. 53-39. And Cullen, I just get the feeling Prolific is hanging on by a thread here. And let's look at the timeout count. Bella Vista has not used a timeout all night. Prolific has burned through 4. Billy McKnight is doing everything he can to keep his undermanned troops in this game, but he just needs more bodies right now.
Yeah, and they're having difficulty scoring, at the same time, and they're not getting the looks that they want. Just give credit to Bella Vista for their defense and their ball pressure, making Prolific take difficult shots.
And it's a moment like this that we can understand why McKnight would decry not having Ibrahima Diallo. Really, they don't have a low post threat. Karoma's not that kind of scorer on the low post, nor is Coleman Hawkins. And so Bella Vista doesn't even really have to worry about defending the paint that tough.
Once he gives it up, he doesn't get it back. Stay up there. Stay up.
Cockrell scores it for Prolific. And stolen. And stolen back by Zion Harmon. Here comes a tray. He missed it. Malik Tidwell picks up the loose ball. 3-on-1. Bell comes in, make it 3-on-2, but Malik Tidwell scores it for Prolific. Just like that, Prolific has cut it back down Got it back down to 10, 53-43. Zion Harmon into the lane.
What a shot.
Basket good. I don't know how Coleman Hawkins got his hand on that, but it still scored. 55-43. The lead is 12. 7:54 to go in the contest. Cockrell into the lane. No good. Cockrell with the offensive rebound. He cuts across the lane, and he's fouled. I think Jimmy Bell got him. Nope. Addison Patterson fouls him. That is the second on Patterson. The fourth on Bella Vista in the second half. Coleman Hawkins guarded by Patterson. Hawkins into the lane. Pitches it to Cockrell, back to Hawkins. He goes baseline. He sees Tidwell. Tray ball no good. Rebound Terry Armstrong. Harmon floater in the lane. No good. Offensive rebound Harmon. And he gets the second to go. (57-43). The lead is back to 14. Cockrell spins into the lane, shoots one over Shimanga, and he's fouled. I think Harmon got him, yes. Foul on Zion Harmon, that is his first.
Bella Vista just continues to make everything difficult for Prolific. They're just not getting very many clean looks.
Pierre Cockrell to the free throw line. And he misses the first. Kwani at the scorer's table. He's going to replace Cockrell either here or at the next dead ball. Cockrell makes the second. 57-44. I think I heard Billy McKnight say we're in it. I think they're going to try a press. But Cullen, you got to wonder, could this backfire?
Well, it's worth a shot. I mean, it's different. They haven't been pressing.
And it was just a soft press there. Jerron Artest for three, and it's good.
And that gets a rise out of his father in the first row.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Jerron, with his dad, met a world peace, once upon a time known as Ron Artest. And Jerron is having a wonderful game tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's played well. And something that Artest always gives you is that defensive ball pressure on the other end. He's a great on-ball defender and great one-on-one defender.
So Artest with 7 second-half points. Amari Burnett for three, no good. Terry Armstrong with the rebound for Bella Vista. 6 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. Jerron Artest feeling it, and he makes it.
Oh.
He's got 10.
He's shooting it right in rhythm, shooting it with a lot of confidence.
And we've got an offensive foul on Namari Burnett. That is his second foul and the 7th on Prolific. Oh, and he also picked up a technical foul. And so the woes continue for Prolific. That puts them in the bonus for the last 6 minutes, 21 seconds of the game. Bella Vista will be getting free throws. And so now Zion Harmon to the free throw line. He misses the first tech. All right, so one of the referees is explaining to Billy McKnight what happened, and McKnight seems to accept it. Zion Harmon makes the second. So with 6:21 to go, the lead is 21 points, 65-44. and Bella Vista also has the basketball. Cullen, everything going Bella Vista's way right now. They have 5 timeouts left. They have the jump arrow in their possession.
Up 21.
They're up 21 points. 8 fouls on Prolific in the second half. Only 5 so far for Bella Vista. Everything is pointing their way. And now they're just going to eat some clock. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Patterson for 3, no good. And Emmanuel Shamanga almost had the offensive rebound, then loses it out of bounds. 5:50 to go. And the lead is 21, 65-44, Bella Vista. And Cullen, for some reason, this is just a bad matchup for Prolific Prep.
Well,
I can't put my finger on it, but it's obvious.
Bella Vista's a bad matchup for a lot of teams. You know, I mean, it's
Excellent point, Cullen.
because they're a tough matchup for anybody. And you know, you think about, and definitely not calling this game over by any means, but a matchup with Spire, that's as tough a matchup as it gets for Bella Vista. But they do match up well as far as size and athleticism.
Jerron Artest, no good. Rebound, Malik Tidwell. Amari Burnett scores it.
Such a pure stroke.
Burnett leads Prolific with 16. Terry Armstrong, short jumper is good. All right, so Billy McKnight is upset. He feels like there was a push-off by Terry Armstrong that was not called, but no matter how you argue, Colin, I've never seen a ref reverse a foul call.
Well, no, but what he's saying is that's the same call.
Right, that Burnett has gotten twice tonight.
Yeah,
So we got a full timeout on the floor with 5:08 left to go in the contest, and the lead is 21, 67-46. Bella Vista in control. This is the semifinals of the Grind Session 2019 World Championships, live from Marshall County High School, Benton, Kentucky. And we will be back in just a moment. .508 left in the game. If Prolific Prep is going to make a push, they need to start now. 67-46, Bella Vista on top. Burnett, baseline, no good. Rebound, Coleman Hawkins. Alamami Karoma, no good, and we've got a foul. Looked like Emmanuel Shamanga down there. Yes, it is. That is the first foul on Shamanga. And the 6th team foul against Bella Vista in the second half. Alimama Karoma to the free throw line. And Ali makes the first. That trims the lead to 20, 67-47. .67-48. And now Prolific in a 1-2-2.
Prolific, they'll be very aggressive here. They'll take chances with steals. They'll take chances with slaps.
Zion Harmon in control of the ball. Dribbles through the entire defense and keeps control.
He's got incredible balance, man. I'm telling you.
Almost stolen by Kwani. Addison Patterson, no good. Rebound to Maury Burnett. Here comes Prolific in transition. It's a 2-on-3. Burnett, no. And Shamunga with the rebound. Here comes Terry Armstrong to Addison Patterson. Patterson drives the lane, scores it over. Quani. Patterson with 12, 9 in the second half. Coleman Hawkins, shot no good. Shamunga with the strong rebound in traffic. Shamunga there was surrounded by members of Prolific Prep. He pulled it down anyway. Zion Harmon off the glass.
Zion's great at that shot, the right hand on the left side.
Amari Burnett. And we've got timeout on the floor. Billy McKnight calls his final full timeout with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the contest, trailing by 21, 71-50. We hope you are enjoying the semifinals of the 2019 Grind Session World Championships. It is all Bella Vista right now, 71-50, trying to punch their ticket to the final tomorrow versus Spire Academy. We will be back in just a moment. All Bella Vista right now. So, delay warning on Quani. He crossed over the baseline, defending the inbound. If he does it again, it'll be a technical foul. Addison Patterson into the front court. He lobs it for Jimmy Bell. He gets it back out to Jerron Artest. 3 ball on the way. It's good.
He's been clutch tonight, and he's been on the money, no doubt about
That's
it.
his 4th three-pointer. They foul on Artest. His second, team 7th. Malik Tidwell goes to the free throw line for Prolific, shooting 2. He misses the first. Brandon Talbot into the game for Bella Vista, replacing Jimmy Bell. And so Bella Vista is going very small here, Cullen. The 5-man would have to be either Addison Patterson or Terry Armstrong. Isanza, no. Bell, no. Shamunga, no. This will be an interesting look.
Well, he may
But
be
I guess
putting maybe
in anticipation of the pressure.
Well, that and good free throw shooters on the floor, too, in case they get fouled.
Jerron Artest, and he is fouled. Foul committed by June Poole. That is number 3 on June Poole, and the 9th on Prolific. The next foul will put Bella Vista in the double bonus. Meanwhile, Jerron Artest to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1. Artest having his best night of the year on the grind session. He's got 14 points and counting.
Yeah, he's shooting it real well tonight. Good looking stroke.
And just for comparison's sake, Cullen, that's 15 points. Jerron Artest had scored 25 points altogether. Excuse me. Correction, he had scored 48. And his high was 11. Tidwell scores it for Prolific.
Quani Kwani steps up and takes a charge.
And offensive foul committed by Terry Armstrong. That is his first foul, player control foul, no free throws, but that does put Prolific in the bonus. (76-53), Kwani drives, and I think he's fouled by Armstrong. Yes, he is. That is the second foul on Terry Armstrong. Kwani to the free throw line, shooting 2. He misses the first. Two minutes, 48 seconds left in the game. Kwani makes the second. Alamami Karoma returns to the game, replacing Coleman Hawkins. Addison Patterson into the front court to Brandon Talbot. Talbot thought about the 3, decided against it. Terry Armstrong guarded by Kwani. Armstrong elevates, it's good.
Man. Nice fade there. He fades away from the defenders, creates the space that he needed.
Burnett shot no good. Alamami Karoma and Jaron Artest battling for it. Last touch by Artest. The ball will stay with Prolific. Malik Tidwell scores it for Prolific. .159 to go. The lead is 22. And it's looking like it's going to be Bella Vista versus Spire. Shot no good. Rebound. Alamami Karoma. And Jaron Artest with the rebound. A foul committed by Coleman Hawkins. That is his 5th and team's 10th. So for the final 126, Bella Vista will shoot 2. And Jaron Artest to the free throw line, shooting 2. What a second half he has had. 15, make it 16.
Yeah, it feels like he hasn't missed.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, 13.
I know he's missed.
No, is it 16? Yes, it is. Yes, 16. Artest makes both free throws. He has scored 17 second half points as Bella Vista has pulled away in this game. Cockrell gets it to Alamami Karoma. Brandon Talbot, 3 on the way, no good. Harmon, offensive rebound and stick back. Pierre Cockrell slashes his way to the rim. 82-60, Bella Vista. Zion Harmon behind the back to Artest. 3 ball on the way, and it's good. Jaron Artest with 20 second half points, including 5 out of 7 from the 3-point land. Zion Harmon was looking for somebody to feed. There was no one there. He had a layup. Then he goes behind the back, gets a little bit too cutesy there, and throws it away, looking for Brandon Talbot. 85-60. Alamami Karoma all alone for the dunk. Reverse dunk. We see you, Alamami. Karoma with 14. Coleman Hawkins with the steal. Three-pointer no good. And Benton McKnight calls off the Dogs with 12 seconds left. And our final score, Bella Vista 85, Prolific Prep 62. So our final tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. right here at Marshall County High School will be Bella Vista versus Spire. And so our player of the game with 20 second half points off the bench will be Jerron Artest. All right, so we are here with our player of the game, Jerron Artest of Bella Vista, after that dominant 85-62 victory. Congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
So you guys have punched your ticket to the finals. I know that's first and foremost in your minds. What's the feeling?
It feels great, you know. We got to play Spire a third time. I think, judging by how well we're playing so far, we'll be able to pull that victory.
So Rocket Watts has told me on consecutive nights, I just want to see what he's going to say the same thing 2 days in a row. They wanted Prolific because Prolific is the only team that's beaten them this year. But instead, they've got you guys. What's it going to take for you guys to pull it out tomorrow, do you think?
It's going to take a lot of transition defense mainly. Spire plays a lot of good transition offense. So if we stop them on that, like we did the first half we played them last time, we should be able to do it and play a good team game. We'll be able to pull that.
So, Jerron, you scored 20 second half points, 0 in the first half. You made 5 out of 7 from the three-point line on the way to that 20 points in the second half. What got into you? Is it the dad effect? Dad was right there cheering you on.
Scored 20?
You scored 20.
Damn.
You scored 20. That's your season high, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I know it's your grind session season high.
Yeah, I've been having a little bit of a hard scoring time lately. I don't even know for what, but I've been able to get minutes on the floor by playing defense, and it worked out this time because I was able to score as much as I did this night.
And you
I
said
know I'm able to score. I know how to shoot the ball. I'm good.
And you said the word I wanted you to use, defense. Congratulations being chosen the Grind Session Defensive Player of the Year. What a huge honor for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. It's really a huge honor. There's 300 kids in the grind session. Like being the one that played the best defense this whole time, it's an honor.
All right, so congratulations again to
Thank
Jerron
you.
Artest, our player of the game, to Bella Vista. And our finals are set tomorrow, 1:30 right here, Bella Vista versus Spire. Round 3, you guys, hey, it doesn't matter if you win the first 2. This is the one you want to win.
This is the one, the championship right here.
All right, so that'll do it live from Marshall County High School. Look, folks, I don't have to tell you. Come back tomorrow. Either watch on the live stream, listen, or come here to Marshall County, Spire versus Bella Vista for all the marbles. Everybody be blessed, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 p.m. for the championship.